All right, and let's go and get started. Howdy, howdy, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sharkinbear, and welcome to the channel where today we're going to be checking out the newest update for Soulstone survivors. And that, of course, is the Embrace of Chaos update. With this update, we get a brand new character in the form of the Demon Hunter here, someone I've already put a couple of rounds into, so I have a better idea of how this kit works, just to showcase this to you, what the power is of this character from the start, which I'm going to be honest, I actually really like it. I haven't tried the artifact power yet. I just did unlock that, so we're going to check that one out together. Also, with this update, we got a slew of improvements and fixes for the game that make the game run more stably, which, to be honest, I kind of feel them. They feel pretty good. As far as the other two changes, it looks like we got two characters that have brand new artifact power, that being the Houndmaster, getting this power here called Feral Awakening, which empowers your companions transforming into feral dogs, increasing their stats temporarily. I assume this changes based off of the weapon, but it's more or less going to be Feral Awakening. It's just going to be different for each gun, or the same way it is, different shouts for the Barbarian and the different, what is the other one that got an update? I can't remember. Oh, the Archaero Barrage for the Sentinel. The other one we got was the Spellblade, also got an artifact power, and we'll check that out in another episode as well. This one gets Ethereal Shadow. This one allows you to create clones for a few seconds that cast both of your weapon skills at nearby enemies, and they also get Cunning, which is pretty cool, so that you'll have a way to take off you, for that. I don't know what the changes are again with this one either, so I'll have to check out those skills later on. But more or less, we're also looking at the Demon Hunter. This Demon Hunter can be unlocked for 10 of your red corrupted Soulstones. I don't know if there's any other hoops or hurdles you have to jump over to get it. And these are his weapons. You've got the Bloodbane Crossbow, the Hellfire Cannon, the Demonic Launcher, and the Bone Reaper. As of right now, I've only invested a little bit of the blacksmithing into the Bloodbane Crossbow, because honestly, I really kind of like this idea of using disarray and chaos to basically decimate my enemies. But if we look at the weapons as a whole, they seem pretty good, all things considered. I'm not a particular fan of the Demonic Launcher, however. I'm going to have to work on that one a little bit. The Hellfire Cannon I haven't put any time into, but I have tried the Bone Reaper. Bone Reaper is pretty strong, and we're going to be doing a build on that one certainly very soon. Hellfire Cannon, you know what, we'll actually look at the skills for each weapon. So with the what is this one called? The Bloodbane Crossbow, we get access to uncontrolled arrows. Quickly fires 2 arrows in the target direction that mounts between enemies until they travel a certain distance, causing damage and applying disarray. And the traits are chaotic. And if you're not familiar with what chaotic does, whenever the skill is used, you have a 15% chance at casting another one of your current skills instantly. This effect cannot happen from multicast and cannot trigger the chaotic trait in other skills. So it's pretty much got multicast on its own. It just can't trigger off of that one either. The other weapon skill we have is Madness Shot. Fires a wave of chaos in the target direction, causing enemies that are currently inflicted with disarray to explode, dealing damage to nearby enemies and applying disarray. It's really strong. And then the other two skills we could see are Chaotic Surge, increases critical damage and causes all the other skills to have temporary chance to apply disarray temporarily. And the Demonic Breath fires a blast of chaotic fire in a cone and target direction, causing damage, applying stun, and leaving it in an area on the ground that applies disarray to the enemies. Now, we also have Twin Impact here. I'm gonna be honest, out of these 3 skills, Twin Impact and Chaotic Surge kind of seem lackluster, and that's just initial default impressions off of those skills. There might actually very well be a way to utilize this a little bit better. I was sad this isn't, like another Bloodlust, like a different form of it, just with chaos. But I am pretty happy with the damage overall. Demonic Breath, however, is an absolute beast of an attack. As you can see right here, this thing goes off every 4 seconds. It does anywhere between 1 to 2,500 damage. It's pretty nutty. Seeing as how this, that's every 4 seconds, whereas the uncontrolled arrows do 1 to 310 damage. That is because they do chaos damage, so that range of damage is going to be a little bit different. As far as skills go, you can see a lot of the skills share similarities with the Sentinel or maybe even the Engineer, anybody who uses range attacks, really. As far as our skill trees go, the Demon Hunter's main skill is called Demonic Binding. The Demonic Hunter may now use the souls of his enemies to bind demonic creatures to his will, not only gaining control of a powerful minion, but also draining some of his power, making himself stronger for every demonic creature active. So basically what happens is throughout the game, there's going to be giant radiuses that summon onto the map in which you'll see a demon binded to that area. if we stand in the radius of that demon and we kill enemies while inside of it, we'll collect essentially souls, and those souls will unbind that demon after a given amount of time has passed, or so many souls have been received. Once that demon is there, he then goes on his way. He doesn't have cunning or anything, so nothing's going to really pay attention to him, but he's just going to go out and attack on his own. And then we're also going to get buffs based on the demons that we have out. And the thing is, you can have multiple of these out. I think at one point in time I had 5, and you can pretty much keep 100% uptime on these things. The only problem that I have with it is the amount of time it takes to actually unleash these things, and you being within the radius of this thing, you can actually put yourself in harm's way, and it actually becomes a very dangerous a thing to stand inside that circle, especially when you get to the Overlord and the arena is smaller and there's more enemies on screen. And then of course we have a whole bunch of passive abilities here in our tree that increase our damage and different things about us and the demons itself whenever we are inside of that radius or whenever they are summoned. So as you can see, I put a little bit of time in here. We also got some new runes. We have Fateful Strike, which decreases our output, but also increases our critical damage. So that's really good if you do like a crit damage build. We also have a Demonic Pack that actually lowers your runic power cost by 2, but also reduces your armor by 30%. So that way you can like basically equip really expensive runes and actually negate some of the cost with that too. And then we have the last one, unlock the following rune, Chaotic Aptitude. Whenever you trigger Chaotic, gain Aptitude, which increases your critical damage by 8% for 6 seconds. So as you see, the biggest important thing is obviously you want to get your trait up as fast as possible, because the fact that this gives you empowerment just by having this up is pretty cool. You actually grow demon wings on your back whenever you have that up. As for our runes, I'm actually going to change this up here a little bit. I am actually going to end up removing the extended reach is actually what I had been using, but I forgot we're dealing with chaos skills here. So we're going to go ahead and equip the one that actually double rolls the crit damage or the chaos damage, and there we go. For all abilities that deal a random amount of damage, damage will be rerolled twice, and the highest roll will be chosen. We're going to take that one. This crit range is really nice, but it's not entirely necessary. The only thing that I would think that it would be necessary for would probably be Demonic Breath, because it does have a rather short, tonal attack. But honestly, I think we're going to be fine, especially if we take just a couple of area of effect pickups. We're also probably going to end up taking Shrapnel Shot because, of course, in my runes, I have taken Pulse of Agony because I love Bleed. So we're going to be working with Chaotic for the Aptitude. We're going to take Pulse of Agony for the Bleed. We're going to take Dash Mastery because I love that extended dash, Controlled Chaos. And then for our versatility runes, we take Weapon Expert, Reroll Mastery, and Material Harvest. And now we're going to go ahead and jump into the game and check it out. This is by no means like a build guide. It's just kind of me checking the Demon Hunter out and showing you what I've worked with so far. But if you like the content, you want to see more videos like this here on the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below, let me know what you think of the game. And let's go ahead and jump into it. Of course, we are going into this Scorching Valley because this is the map that has no danger level associated with it. So there's kind of the default level for the Curse 7. We're also taking the maximum intensity so you can see how it performs at in-game sort of stuff. And yeah, let's jump into it. All right, so we're into the match, and as you can see right off the wave, you can see that our secondary skill there is great at clearing waves. And also, I forgot to showcase our artifact power. Hold on, let me see if I can showcase that off. Our artifact power is actually called Demonic Portal. Summon a demon at your position for a few seconds that fires bolts at nearby enemies, causing damage and applying disarray. The traits are cunning, so they do take first a little bit. I'm kind of sad to see this. I think it already says we have 3 out, so it's a rather easily triggered ability, I guess. Where's my cursor at? Let's go. I want to see these little doggies. I am very kind of excited to see these things. Oh, the number is going up. Okay, so it must be triggered by a number of certain attacks happening. Does it actually say? Let's see. Oh, there we go. Gain stacks by casting any skill and consume 10 stacks to cast skill. So every 10 casts, or I guess of a specific skill, will summon a demonic portal. Okay, that's good to know. So what we're going to do is we're going to focus around here. we've almost got 10 stacks. So we're going to see our artifact power come into play right here. And we do have one doggy out. And then we can see him right there. Oh, he actually kind of comes out of the ground. And here is our first demon that we're summoning with our normal skill tree, like our trait. And you can see as we stay in this radius right here, we're going to be summoning little chaos flares to go to the middle, converge right there. And once it's filled up, our demon will be free. And with that, we also gain a cool pair of little wings. We have our first set of elites coming out. We're going to go ahead and start looking at some abilities here. I'm going to go ahead and start banishing stuff I don't want. And honestly, you can choose whatever you want. I'm going to take Shadow Bolt here just because I really hope that we can get the, whatchamacallit, the Doom passive to come up. So, because if I can get Doom on everything, I'll be good. Now, one of the things I like to shoot for, I know Relentless doesn't have a lot of levels into it, and this is only like a 5% one. I'm actually going to lock this Magnetic so I can have that. Ooh. I want the Lethality, Magnetic, and I'm going to go for Attack Speed. I'm going to lock this in place. There we go. And I'm going to go for a lot of frequency here, because the faster we get our frequency and our attack speed up with our uncontrolled arrows, the stronger I'm going to feel outright. We do have our first set of lords showing up. And I'm kind of curious to see how this is going to go. I honestly really, really like this one. And like I said, because of the fact that we have those demonic portals, we are going to have a way to taunt these lords for ourselves. And they're staying pretty stacked as well, which means they're getting absolutely decimated. We have a couple of dogs out right now. And there we go. There's our first set of lords down at the 1 minute 54 second marker. That is pretty fast for our first attempt with our artifact weapon. That, let me tell you, that artifact weapon, that really helped on our damage front. Keeping those enemies clustered together right there. We do have 17 points. We need to go ahead and spend some points here. How about that? We're going to take Demonic Breath, Expansive, Aptitude, Making Prowess. That is fine by me. I'm going to lock this Relentless because I do want the Relentless. Demonic Binding, increase the damage of your demonic creatures. Sure, why not? All your attacks apply bleed. I am good with that. Let's see if we can find ourselves a last skill that we want to take. Spread Shot is good, but I want to see if maybe we could probably take Napalm Blast. And if I find something else, I want to take that one. I'm going to lock this Shrapnel because Shrapnel is really good. And then I'll start looking at attack speed. If we get a lot of attack speed, Madness Shot's pretty good. Ooh, this damage modifier is really good as well. We'll go with the Behemoth. Area Effect. We'll do all your attacks apply Doom. There we go. And we're looking pretty spicy already. All things considered, I feel like we are feeling pretty strong. And now all we can do is wait out for another demonic shrine to show up. And here we are. As you can see, we already have 2 demons out. And for each one we have out, we do get a buff. I believe right now, based off my tree, I get like a 2.5% buff for every single demon that's currently out on the field. Because we have 3, I believe that's 7.5%, if my math isn't terrible. And you can see that we're already just clearing the field. Absolutely delicious how much damage is going out. I'm going to go ahead and spend these points here that we have here. I could probably grab the mobility, but we'll be fine. I grab some extra health. Bleed goes into poison. Sure, why not? We'll have magnetic. We'll do attack speed to Shadow Bolt. Do some damage increase on uncontrolled arrows. Agility at 60%. That's nice. Relentless. There we go. And the more, I just love being an attack speed fiend, especially when we're, like, dual wielding this sort of power. Because of the fact that we're not really hinging ourselves on multicast with this particular character, I feel like your best bet is probably going to go for the cast frequency. If only because of the fact that we don't really get the benefit from multicast off of our uncontrolled arrows, right? So we got one more left. He's over here. He's down. We'll take out this. And the cool thing is, even if we don't take down our shield towers that are protecting the enemies, we're still going to be doing a crap ton of damage because you can't really stop the stacks of doom from melting your health bar. And as we get further into the game, we're just going to see that our enemies' health bars are probably going to drop to like 90% purple within like the first couple of seconds of us fighting them. And if they don't get killed by that, they're most definitely going to feel the pain of all of those demonic shouts. We got 9 more skill points. Go and multicast here. We'll take a little bit of that every once in a while. We'll do Grim Precision, so we can apply Doom on crits. Attack speed of Demonic Breath. Let's see. I'm going to actually re-roll here and see if we can get... I would really like to get some Merciless and increase our crit damage. If I could. But Agility will be nice. Let's see. I would really like to see some attack speed for our uncontrolled arrows. But it is what it is. They are doing a lot of bounce on their own. As long as we focus on getting some cast frequency as well, I think we'll be fine. Alright, so the lords are up. We already saw one of them go down. Dang. Alright, that was pretty good. Alright, we got 2 more left. And we can probably get them down together, honestly, if we stay here long enough. They're sitting right on top of another demon who is now freed. And we have a shield tower. We'll go ahead and focus on getting that down. Shield tower absolutely being decimated. We can go ahead and look at getting some of our skill points spent here. I'll go ahead and pick up some of that health that we see in the corner. So we got here. Whenever you play bleed, you may also play poison. We already confirmed that one, but we're going to take another one. Lethality. Magnetic. Another dash is always going to be nice. All your attacks play poison, sure, why not? Calamity. Yeah. That was a green calamity. I'm not going to really pass up on that one. We got another demon here. Now, I don't think these demons have a duration as far as, like, how long they stay on the field. Because if you see you down there, or if it's hard to see for you, I can tell you right now that I currently have 5 demons out. So they stay up for a while. What I think is that they actually have health bars. And so they do die after a time. But, you know, the amount of time they stay up it's pretty lengthy, which makes it a lot easier to essentially more or less keep that uptime on your buff. I'm gonna go ahead and stand right here. I'm gonna go ahead and use a couple of our points. Can we not get any sort of take powerful strikes? I don't think having a 3rd dash or a 4th dash is gonna be really all that important. We've got that extended dash, which I was playing without that dash there for a while, and let me tell you, when you don't play with that dash mastery, you feel it. Like I was missing it, and I was like, I didn't know why. I didn't realize I hadn't equipped it on yet. And yes, the screen does get a little messy with all the AoEs, but honestly, I gotta say, a couple things here. The frame rate has stayed solid. It has not dipped at all whenever we're playing with this new version of the game. And also, it's not too undiscerning to tell what's going on, at least for me. What I will say, though, is I wish there was a way to increase the color intensity of the danger spots on the ground by the enemies, or even the ability to change the color of them. That'd be pretty cool. Alright, we got another demonic portal down, or another demon in chains. And he is almost free. There we go. We're about 30 enemies away from our last set of lords, by the way. We're making fantastic time. Let's go ahead and spend our ability points before they come into existence. We'll do... I'm going to block that. Lethality. Relentless. There we go. There's a Relentless. Another Devastating Strikes. Another Relentless. Absolutely. That's what we want to see. Again, multicast is not a bad thing. It's just not a good stat that works well with having a chaotic trait. Alright, how fast can we get Alexi Plague Bearer down? Alright, 8 minutes 10 seconds, and we managed to clear up to Overlord 1 so far. That's good stuff. We'll go ahead and take the damage increase and horrific presence. We'll go into Overlord 1. And I really gotta say, that one chaotic wave attack, what is it called again? Madness Shot. Madness Shot is just awesome, because you gotta think about it. It's everything we're doing with our uncontrolled arrows and our Madness Shot and our Demonic Breath is applying that disarray, and now we're applying disarray with all our attacks based on that last pickup we picked up. And Madness Shot is essentially popping the madness on enemies and causing extra damage. And based off the tooltip that is given in game, it doesn't look like the disarray gets consumed like that usually is consumed by other skills in the game. Like there's one for bleed, and that one straight up just consumes the bleed on enemies. And I believe there's also another one for I believe it's for pestilence poison. You pop the poison on an enemy. And I'm also looking at the amount of dogs that we're able to keep up their demonic portals, and it looks like we're consistently keeping 4 to 5 dogs up at all times. Or at least, you know, in the neighborhood of. We do have the problem of needing to work on getting one of our demons up, because of course, with the summoning of... We did lose one of our health there. Oh no, that sucks. Can we get this one summoned? I might lose a life here again. There we go. Freed one of them. I did forget about that, and that is what makes this dangerous. Like I said again, in Overlord 1, you do have the problem of having to summon your demons all over again. And that puts you in a dangerous and precarious position of having to stand in an AoE in an enclosed arena. Let's go ahead and fill some of this up. Devastating Strikes. Let's do Blast Support. Damage increase. Do some more damage. Blast Support. There we go. There's some attack speed. We'll do a little bit of multicast because just it's a better version. Expansive. Sure, expansive. We'll do magnetic. And I'm hoping I can recover my health here. Because, you know, whenever we start in a new Overlord arena, we generate a lot more XP than normal right at the start. I'm seeing if we can recover that right here. Let's try to get another demon summoned in. There he goes. He's free to go. And slowly but surely, as long as we don't take any hits, it looks like we are managing to recover a little bit of health here and there. Now, we did pick up all of those. I did take a hit there. Alright, let's see if we can make our way on the outside of this. Alright, that demon's free, and we managed to get him free just as the lords were coming up, which is nice. I'm gonna go ahead and spend some of these points. Horrific presence. Let's see. Let's get some health. See if we can get something better. Attack speed. That's fine. Multicast. Relentless. Powerful strikes. Extra health. There we go. And it looks like we do have a shield tower. But it does not matter. All lords down. Good stuff. And we have a new demon to free. Alright, he is free to do our bidding. And he passes the buck along to us, imbuing us with even more power. Oh, it's always a good day whenever there's a new update for Soulstone Survivors. I love this game. And honestly, I was wondering what other characters they could add, because they've been quite unique with the characters. I mean, the last one being the Myrmidon, and I wasn't really expecting them to add, like, a mermaid character into the game. Not that I'm upset about it. It's not like, it's just unique. It's different. And, Demon Hunter on its own isn't entirely a unique aspect in certain games, but it's definitely not the thing that I thought was going to be coming to Soulstone. Honestly, I want to see like a fun, like funsy joke type character join a lot. It'd be really cool if we had like a chef or something. You know, I know like Risk of Rain 2 recently had an update not too long ago in which they added a chef, and that honestly looked kind of fun, if I'm going to be honest about it. And I like that kind of stuff, when you can have fun with your game a little bit, which, I mean, this game is fun. Ooh, when we play Doom, unfortunately that total damage is caused instantly. That is absolutely amazing. We're going to take that extra damage on the shrapnel shot as well. But I am very excited about that Doom portion of the damage going out on Doom. That's exciting. I'm not going to stand inside that demon portal just yet, or that demon chain area yet, just because I don't want to stand in the middle of the Void Lords as they were. There we go. He is free to do his thing. Shield tower is going to go down almost instantly. There it goes. It didn't even make it all the way up. And honestly, we're making fantastic time right now. Now, I will say, some of this probably comes from the fact that I do have an upgraded weapon. I believe this might be... I can't remember if this is a +6 or higher weapon that I have currently active. So your gameplay variance and my gameplay variance may be a little bit different. The artifact power also goes a long way with helping. We do currently have 5 doges out right now from the demon world, allowing us to take some of that threat off of us from the Void Lords whenever they spawn. Speaking of which, there we go. Let's go ahead and use these skills we have currently available. Do attack speed up there. Increase the damage modifier of our demons. Increase the damage modifier of your demonic creatures again. We'll take the extra health. Multicast uncontrolled arrows. I kind of actually want that. Take the lethality. We just passed by Alexi, and I don't even think we got near those guys, and they died. They must have got hit by like the chain effect from the uncontrolled arrows. Ooh, man, those guys, they are hurting. Freed those demons. And honestly, this makes me wonder if I ever want to like play like a character like the Chaos Bringer again, because I feel like this is such a better realized version of the Chaos character. Like, there's so much about this that's done right. Like, I love the trait for the skill is so much stronger. Even though it's still a channel effect, which I don't like the channel effects whenever they do a trait like this. I like it when the traits become something like pick up this, or kill this, or collect so many of this. Those I don't mind, because you can stay mobile. But whenever they force you to be in a certain area and like hold down the fort, so to speak, it kind of really kind of strangleholds you into dangerous scenarios when they are already actively putting you in a dangerous scenario, which is being in a confined space with a whole bunch of other dudes who want you dead real bad. We're gonna go with the increase the damage of every doom you apply, sure, and more cast frequency because I love it on this character. Do some more bleed. And I believe we're down to our last set of lords here. It looks like we already have one lord down. That was fast. There we go. And that was the other 3 down. At 16 minutes and 4 seconds, we managed to make it through Overlord 1. What was by no means the fastest time, but it definitely was pretty fairly quick. We're going to end the run here and check out our stats to show you off how well it did. Of course, uncontrolled arrows being a monster for us, doing 878.5 million damage. Madness shot coming in a quick second. I obviously think it's doing a lot for that demonic array explosion, or the disarray explosion's doing. Demonic breath. I didn't have everything I would like to have that working, but demonic breath on its own can slap if you really power up. Shrapnel shot doing a lot of damage, but up front, the really thing that we wanted was to get the bleed for the cast frequency. And then, of course, we had demonic creatures doing 181 million damage, coming in right behind shrapnel shot. That is pretty good. Demonic portal also being a fairly strong skill, doing 140.2 million damage, and shadow bolt coming in last with napalm blast, not doing much. But of course, we're not really taking shadow bolt or napalm blast for the damage they give. We're doing that because they apply doom and give us aptitude on the shadow bolt, and the napalm blast because, of course, it applies shatter, which does do damage reduction. Ammunition, if we get ammunition that does multi-cast, I believe. Yeah, that does multi-cast increase. So that is a little bit of the Demon Hunter gameplay. Again, I'll show off my runes one more time so that way you can check them out. For our versatility runes, we took Material Harvest, Reroll Mastery, and Weapon Expert. And for our Tenacity runes, we took Pulse of Agony, Chaotic Aptitude, Dash Mastery, and Controlled Chaos, so that way we get those higher numbers on that randomly rolled damage. Skill tree wise is what I'm looking at for the weapon for the character we currently have equipped. This is what mine looked like. Again, yours doesn't have to look like this, but I'm just saying whenever you're leveling up, make sure you take the key talents that increase the demonic binding effect for your character. And then also for my blacksmith, it looks like we did have a +8 weapon. So again, my character might be a little bit stronger than yours if you haven't invested as me, because of course we get the increased crit damage, the increased damage modifier, a little bit of extra armor, and of course the increased cast frequency that we covet so badly whenever we're using our chaotic skills. So that being said, what do you think of the Demon Hunter? I think he's actually a pretty good addition to the roster. Honestly, it makes me feel like the Chaos Walker feels a little redundant now, and I honestly think they kind of need to go back to work on the Chaos Walker, because whereas I feel like this character definitely also has a lot of skill sets that don't lead into a chaos themed character, he doesn't revolve around chaos. It's just one of his many playstyles, whereas this guy, he has a lot of different skills that give him a variety of different non-chaos related abilities, and I feel like maybe they need to go back to the board and work a little bit on making the Chaos Walker feel like a chaos themed character with all builds. I don't know how they would do that. It's just kind of one of the things that I've always had a problem with the Chaos Walker. That being said, I hope you like the content. If you want to see more videos like this here on the channel, like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you want to see. Of course, I will be having a video out on the Houndmaster I believe that's the other one that has it. Yes, and the Spellblade, I should have one out for those hopefully within this week, just to showcase a little bit of their new playstyles with their artifact power. You guys take care, and I'll catch you all in my next video. Later.